Octopuses are weird. There is no other way to put it. They can unscrew jars, solve complex puzzles, pick locks, and escape sealed tanks. Not because they are panicked, but simply because they are curious. We have seen them walking on two arms like land creatures. We've seen them stealing cameras from divers. But a few years ago, a clip surfaced that changed everything. It showed an octopus awkwardly carrying two halves of a coconut shell across the ocean floor. It looks comical at first, like a bad disguise. But what is actually happening here is profound. This animal is doing something uncomfortable now for a benefit that won't happen until later. When danger arrives, it snaps those shells together to create a portable fortress. This is foresight. It's the ability to imagine the future and plan for it. For a long time, we thought this kind of tool use and planning was reserved for humans, apes, and maybe a few birds. But here is the problem. The octopus isn't a mammal. It isn't a bird. It is a mollusk. It is a cousin of the clam and the snail. It is soft-bodied, solitary, and lives a short life. According to everything we thought we knew about evolution, this creature shouldn't be this smart. So how did a creature with no friends, no family structure, and arms that literally think for themselves become the most intelligent invertebrate on Earth? To understand the octopus, you have to stop thinking like a human. Humans and other vertebrates follow a centralized blueprint. We have a brain that acts as the CEO and a spinal cord that sends emails to the rest of the body. It is a hierarchy. One central authority commands movement, sensation, and response. The octopus? It threw that blueprint in the trash. An octopus has hundreds of millions of neurons, about the same number as a dog. But here's the twist. 2/3 of those neurons are not in its head. They are distributed throughout its 8 arms. Each arm contains clusters of neurons called ganglia. This isn't just a limb, it's a localized processing center. This means the arms have genuine autonomy. Researchers have actually demonstrated that a severed octopus arm, which, by the way, can regenerate, will continue to explore, respond to touch, and recoil from pain, all without a brain attached. Think about what this means for hunting. An octopus needs to squeeze into holes where its eyes can't see. If every sensation from every sucker had to travel all the way to a central brain, be processed, and sent back as a command, the delay would be fatal. Instead, the central brain handles the big picture, strategy, memory, navigation, while the arms handle the tactics. The arm decides how to grab the crab. The brain just decides that it wants a crab. It is the ultimate multitasking machine. The sophistication goes even deeper. Take a look at those suckers. Each one is packed with chemoreceptors. When an octopus touches something, it is also tasting it. It is building a sensory map of the world that combines touch and taste in a way we can't even imagine. But the real marvel is their eyes. Octopuses have camera-type eyes, just like us. They have a lens, an iris, and a retina. This is a perfect example of convergent evolution, 2 completely different species separated by 600 million years, landing on the exact same engineering solution. But the octopus actually did it better. Vertebrate eyes, your eyes, have a design flaw. Your optic nerve passes through the retina, creating a blind spot. The octopus? Its wiring attaches behind the retina. No blind spot. A seamless panoramic view. They can also see polarized light, something invisible to humans, which helps them spot transparent prey like jellyfish. But here is the paradox that keeps scientists up at night. The evidence suggests octopuses are functionally colorblind. How can an animal that is the master of camouflage, an animal that matches its environment perfectly, be colorblind? Current research suggests a mind-bending solution. Their skin might be doing the seeing for them. we have found light-sensitive proteins, the same ones found in retinas, distributed throughout their skin. This suggests their skin can sense light and match the environment without the brain even needing to look at it. This brings us to their most famous ability, camouflage. We often compare them to chameleons, but that's like comparing a Ferrari to a bicycle. Chameleons change color slowly using chemical shifts. Octopuses use a system that is almost electric in its speed. It works through muscular control. The top layer of their skin is covered in tiny elastic sacs of pigment called chromatophores. Muscles pull these sacs open to reveal color or relax to hide it. Beneath that, they have iridophores that reflect blues and greens, and leucophores that scatter white light. But color is only half the battle. To truly vanish, you need texture. Using a network of muscles called papillae, they can physically change the 3D structure of their skin. They can raise spikes, mimic the texture of rough coral, or smooth themselves out to look like kelp. This raises a fascinating philosophical question. When an octopus matches a rock, is it a conscious decision or is it a reflex? The answer seems to be a mix of both. The brain sets the theme, like look like a rock, and the distributed network in the skin handles the details automatically. It is a biological supercomputer running on autopilot. We have established their hardware is incredible, but what about their software? In labs, octopuses have been filmed playing. They bounce pill bottles around like toys. They jet water at light bulbs to short-circuit them because the light annoys them. They recognize individual human faces, liking some keepers and squirting water at others. One famous octopus in New Zealand learned to escape its tank at night, slither across the floor to a neighboring tank, eat the crabs there, and return home before the staff arrived in the morning. This brings us back to the central mystery. Usually, high intelligence evolves in social animals: dolphins, elephants, chimps, humans. We got smart because living in groups is complicated. You need to remember who is a friend, who is a rival, and how to cooperate. But octopuses are loners. They don't have friends. They don't raise their young. So why did they evolve such high intelligence? The answer is likely ecological complexity. They are a soft, delicious protein snack in an ocean full of teeth. They have no shell and no armor. To survive, they had to become the ultimate improvisers. They hunt a massive variety of prey, which requires different strategies for every meal. When your environment is a 3D maze of predators and puzzles, intelligence becomes the only armor you have. For decades, we have looked to the stars, wondering what alien intelligence might look like. We assumed it would look like us, social, verbal, building cities. But the octopus proves that intelligence is not a single straight line. It evolved twice on this planet, once on our branch and once completely independently in the cephalopods. There is a concept in biology called umwelt, the self-centered world. It refers to how an organism perceives reality. The octopus umwelt is something we can barely comprehend, a world experienced through 8 semi-autonomous minds, a world where you taste everything you touch, a world where the boundary between your body and your environment dissolves because your skin is constantly mimicking the world around it. That isn't just a different animal. That is a different kind of consciousness. So, did the octopus break the rules of evolution? No, it just showed us that our rule book was far too small. If we want to understand what it means to be intelligent, we don't need to look for UFOs. We just need to look into the ocean. Thanks for watching. If you want to dive deeper into the mysteries of the ocean, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.